All right, what's up, party people? I'm going to start my show in a couple minutes, but first I'm going to just go over some vocabulary for today's show. All right. So I'm going to get started in about 10 minutes or so. So let's look at some vocabulary before we get going. First up, we have Agentic AI. So what Agentic AI is the topic of today's show. So Agentic AI refers to AI systems that act independently, like a smart assistant, making plans and executing tasks with minimal human input. Okay, right? So it's like an AI system that does things for you without you having to tell it every single thing that it has to do. So let's look at the word agency. Agency means it has the capacity or the ability, right, the power to make decisions and take autonomous actions. Right? Autonomous means it does the work by itself. It makes decisions, right? Burris says, good morning. Good morning, Burris. Chubby says, please tap screen. Oh, thanks. Thank you, Pim, well-being for the rose. Thank you very much, right? So I'm just going over some vocabulary before I start the show today. The next vocabulary word here is generative AI. So generative AI is traditional AI, like basic ChatGPT. It's crazy to think that, right, we're already talking about traditional AI. AI is so new, yet already here in the year 2026, we're talking about traditional AI. So that's what generative AI is. When you go to ChatGPT, like the old ChatGPT, that's generative AI. It primarily generates responses, right, answers, in contrast to agentic systems that act, right? So the difference between generative AI and agentic AI is that generative AI answers questions, right? Whereas agentic AI makes decisions on its own. Does that make sense? So two different things. Agentic AI that works on its own, and then generative AI that only responds to you. Does that make sense? Oh no, my microphone stopped working. What's the deal with my microphone? Hello, Concierge Japan. Konnichiwa. Let's see if I can get my microphone working here. Don't know why it stopped working. Anyway, today's show is going to be talking about agentic AI, not so much generative AI. Right, we all know what generative AI is. It's the traditional AI. So next up, I hope you can see my screen okay, multi-agent systems. Multi-agent systems are teams of smaller AI agents that collaborate to accomplish complex goals. So a multi-agent system is several different AI agents that work together. Make sense? Are you following me? Juan Enrique says, hello, Mr. Hello, Juan Enrique. Ez is from Turkmenistan. Hello, Ez. Still trying to get my microphone working here. I hope you can hear me okay. Okay, so you should be able to hear me better now. I hope so. Es Casasola is from Guatemala. Hello, my friend in Guatemala. All right, so reasoning loop. What is a reasoning loop? So a reasoning loop is the iterative cycle of think, act, observe, adjust, repeat. Burris says, please drink some water. Do I sound dry? There we go, got some water in me. So a reasoning loop, right, again, we're talking about AI agents. This is when the AI agent thinks, acts, right, it does something. Maybe it writes an email. Maybe it answers you as a chatbot. Then it observes, right, it watches. It takes in information. It adjusts, and it changes what it's doing to be better, and then it repeats, right? It goes back to thinking. This is the reasoning loop. Người hài nói gặp người hài hước. Says, teacher, where are you from? I'm from the United States. Kat's here. Hello, Kat. Welcome. Emerson is from Brazil. Hello, Emerson. Thank you, Concierge Japan, for sending the heart and the rose. Konchak is here. Hello, Konchak. Got user 422 from Mauritius. Cool. Okay, so let's looking at some more vocabulary before I get going with today's show. Large language models, or LLMs. When we talk about LLMs, this is the core quote-unquote brain, for example, a GPT model, that powers the agent's planning and reasoning. Right? So today I'm talking about AI agents. Right? An AI agent is like a sort of like a program or a tool that uses AI to do things for you. Right? It doesn't just answer questions, it does things, right? It can write emails, it can download things. The sky's the limit. Right? But an agent needs a brain. It needs an AI brain. So its brain is a large language model. For example, ChatGPT or Gemini or whatever AI you like. Chen Hui is here. Hello, Chen Hui. Good morning. Moving on, right? We're just going over some vocabulary before I get going. APIs. What does API stand for? API, let me look that up. Application Programming Interface. Sounds like a complicated word. Put that in parentheses. Nick says hello. Hello, Nick. Welcome. So APIs, Application Programming Interface. Can you say that 10 times fast? So APIs are connections that allow agents to interact with external applications and perform real-world actions. What does this mean? This sounds complicated, right? I'll talk about this in depth and try to help everybody understand this clearly. Right? If you don't understand, don't worry. I'm going to talk about everything in detail as much as I can. Marie says, good night. Good night to you, Marie. Hello, welcome. Vic sent a rose. Thank you, Vic. So an API is the way that my AI agent can access, for example, my email. Right? If I want my AI agent, right, this AI that works for me, if I want it to access my email or my WhatsApp or whatever, I need an API. Right? This is the key that allows the agent, the AI worker, to get into my email. I need an API key. Natasha says hello. Hello, Natasha. From Ecuador. Lovely. Eng Tu Soshai. Hi, I love your streaming, your accent, and very hot trend you're talking about, AI agent. Okay, cool. Great, I'm glad you're here. Bandit says, nice to listen, Teacher Sam. Thank you for coming. So let's move on, right? I'm just going over some vocabulary before I get started on my show today. Chen Hui says, where are you now? Now I'm in Nha Trang, Vietnam. So frameworks. Frameworks are developer tools, such as LangChain, CrewAI, AutoGen, and LangGraph, used to build agentic systems. Right? If you want to build an AI that works for you, you need a framework. Right? Here's some examples: LangChain, CrewAI, AutoGen. Right? These are tools that you can use to make AI agents. Người hài nói gặp người hài hước says, teacher knows speak Vietnam. You should say, teacher, do you know how to speak Vietnamese? Yes, I speak some Vietnamese. Chinanit sent a heart, thank you. Kat sent a go popular, thank you so much, Kat. Tony says, hi, how are you? I'm very well, thank you. Infinito says, good to see you. Tony says, where are you now? I'm in Vietnam. October says, wow. Say hello in Vietnamese, please. Xin chào. Happy now? Chào bạn. Tony says, I'm from Brazil. Wow, cool. Welcome. So, continuing on, almost finished with the vocabulary here. hallucination. A hallucination is a key risk where the AI generates incorrect or fabricated information. Dream Big says, hello, teacher from Peru. Hello, Dream Big. Welcome. Thank you for following me, Tony. So have you ever chatted with an AI, for example, ChatGPT, and it told you something that was not true, right? Has AI ever lied to you or said something that was not true, right? This is called a hallucination. Dream Big says, do you speak Spanish? Yo hablo solamente un poquito de español, no mucho. I speak a tiny bit of the Spanish. Jasmine says, hello, teacher from Indonesia. Well, welcome, my friend, in Indonesia. Right? This is kind of an important word, hallucination. Listen and repeat, right? Say that after me. Ha-lu-si-na-tion. So 5 syllables. Hallucination. This is when the AI says something wrong to you, right? It seems like it's lying, right? When the AI, like ChatGPT or something, when it confidently says something wrong, that is called a hallucination. Yeah, usually a hallucination is an illusion. But when we're talking about with artificial intelligence, it's where an AI generates incorrect or fabricated information, almost like a lie. Jasmine says, thank you, you're welcome. Abby Rodriguez is from Honduras. Well, welcome. Ming, I'll follow you. You should say, I'm from Vietnam. Welcome, my friend. The difference between hallucinations in AI and humans. Well, when a human hallucinates, it's when they see something that is not there. When an AI hallucinates, it's when it generates information that is not correct, right? Or it's fake information. October, I am not a genius, I promise you. Tony says goodbye. Goodbye, Tony. See you next time. Carolina, what a beautiful name. From Venezuela, okay. Kate is from Somalia. October is also from Vietnam. Well, xin chào các bạn in Vietnam. Sham sent a rose, Kata sent a heart. Thank you guys for the gifts. Aisha is from Pakistan. Cool. Okay, the last vocabulary word I'm going over is human oversight. Look at the word oversight. Oversight. 3 syllables. Right? This is the practice of keeping humans in the loop. Right? Humans want to know what's happening, what's going on, right? For review and approval of important decisions, right? So we need to control the AI, right? We need to have human oversight. This is like control of the AI. We don't want to lose human oversight. We don't want to lose control of AI. Cynthia sent a heart. Hello, Cynthia. Thank you. Chen Hui says, are you English teacher in Vietnam? Yes, I am an English teacher in Vietnam. Got a doctor in the house, Dr. Sadikov Asset. Welcome from Kazakhstan. Lovely. Dream big. Teacher gives some advice to improve my English. My advice to improve your English is learn more vocabulary. Learn 10 new words every day. Make flashcards. Every day, make 10 flashcards. On one side, your language. On the other side, English. Put these in your pocket. When you're at the cafe waiting for your coffee, don't open Instagram. Take out your flashcards and learn 10 new words every day. Naima sent roses and a heart. Thank you, Naima. October says, have you ever been in Vietnam? I'm in Vietnam right now. Thầy sống ở Việt Nam luôn. Yuri says, Привет, sir. Привет, Yuri. Здравствуйте. I'm glad you practice English, Jasmine. Yeah, Marina says, I start correcting ChatGPT and it says, sorry, you are right. Yeah, it's kind of annoying to talk to ChatGPT sometimes. Doonyat says, hello from Vietnam. Hello. Got somebody from Nigeria. I think you are AI, says, Winton Dundum. Do you know Claude Cursor AI? Could you say something about them? Yeah, they're AIs. You know, Claude is a very strong AI. He says, you think I am AI. I am AI Charlie Puth. Didn't you know that? You must be new here. Winton Dundum. Somebody from Japan says, hi. Burris, please stand up and stretch to the left and change your posture. I like my posture. Why should I change my posture? Somebody from Moldova is here. Wow, the group chat is going crazy. What is the topic of this live, says Aisha. The topic of this live is agentic AI, right? So I'm finally going to begin the show. So agentic AI. And I want to, well, here, let me start. Introduce myself. My name is Sam. Hi, welcome to my TikTok live stream. Thank you for coming. Again, my name is Sam. I'm from the United States. I live in Vietnam. I teach English online. I've been a teacher for 8 years. I teach American pronunciation and basic communication skills, right? So I encourage you to listen and repeat what I say, right? Shadow what I say to improve your English. If you want to support my channel, please join my daily English club. You can message me privately if you want to join. It's $1 for the first month. You get access to this document and all other documents, as well as recordings. I have an IELTS speaking trainer there. It's a tool. Many other tools too. Like lots of stuff in the English club, only $1 to join. Message me if you would like to join. There's also a WhatsApp group you can join for free if you want to make some new friends from all over the world. Anyway, how to pay with a credit card. But you don't have to pay for the WhatsApp group. So anyway, what is agentic AI? I'm living in Nha Trang. Agentic AI is artificial intelligence that can act like an independent assistant. Right? It can do things by itself. It doesn't only answer questions, it makes plans and does tasks by itself. Excuse me. Lady says, I'm from Peru. Nice to meet you too, lady. Right? So if you have an AI agent, it can do things for you. Like it could write emails. It could answer messages on WhatsApp or Telegram or whatever. Naima says she's in Canada. Wow, great, welcome. Thanks for coming all the way from Canada. Dream Big says, teacher, please some methods to use in class. I'm an English teacher. Oh, lovely. Well, why don't you send me a private message? Sienna loves my blue shirt. Great. So number 2, agentic. Agentic, say that word with me. Agentic comes from the word agency. This means the AI has the power to make decisions and take action with little human help. Right? I can make an AI agent, and it's like my own personal assistant. And I will tell my agent, answer all my emails. Or I will tell my agent to do research on the stock market and give me a report. Right? And then it will go and it will do things on its own. Excuse me. Marie from Costa Rica. Lovely. Hola, amiga. Yeah, sorry about my throat. It's getting kind of ragged. Unlike regular ChatGPT, which is generative AI, agentic AI can pursue a goal step by step until it finishes the job. Right? We're talking about 2 different kinds of AI. There's generative AI, like ChatGPT. I can go to ChatGPT and say, tell me about the history of the moon, or whatever, right? But an agentic AI, I can say, go research the stock market and email me a report. Or I could tell my agentic AI to send me a text message every hour updating me on world news. Dream Big says, teacher, do you have some program? Well, I have a daily English club. You can join it if you privately message me. I have a daily English club. Please privately message me if you want to join. All right, So, right, we're talking about agentic AI here. Agentic AI can perceive information, it can reason, which means to think logically, can plan, use tools, and adapt when things change. Right? So if I tell my AI agent, right, my AI worker, to find a way to cook dinner for 100 people in 3 hours, right? It would go out there into the internet and it would think about how to do it. It would make a plan. It would use tools like maybe Google or WhatsApp or my email, and it would adapt when things change, right? Adapt means to change the way it is, change the way it functions. Eng2 says, I have studied and made project with AI agents for 6 months. Oh, cool. Can you teach me how to make AI agents? Please teach me. Send me a message. JJ says, Samsung Electronics is supplying memory semiconductors for AI to NVIDIA. Cool. Yeah. AI is just exploding lately. Here's an example, right? You could say, plan my business trip to New York, right? And my AI agent would book flights, right? It would book the flight for me. It would book a hotel room. It would set up meetings, right? Maybe schedule meetings, and it could even check the weather. Nell, to join the Daily English Club costs $1. Okay? So send me a message. Please message me privately. Okay, right? So again, for example, you could say, plan my business trip to New York. Plan my business trip to Bali, right? Book my flight, book my hotels, and schedule meetings for me for when I go to Bali, right? And check the weather, right? I could tell my AI agent to message me on WhatsApp about the weather in Bali or anywhere. Excuse me. Okay, number 6, right? Follow along, right? I want to both practice English communication, practice American pronunciation. So I encourage you to shadow what I say, right? Listen and repeat. But I also want for me and you to learn about agentic AI. Sergio Cineros, thank you. So agentic AI often works as a team of multiple smaller agents that can help each other. These are multi-agent systems, right? So I could have a team of AI agents, right? One agent has one job. Its job is to check the weather and then message me on WhatsApp what the weather is. But then I have a different AI agent that makes decisions based on the weather, right? If this AI agent sees that it's going to rain tomorrow, this AI agent is the one that buys me an umbrella. Right? This one checks the weather, this one buys things for me. Right? So this one is going to go to Shopee or Amazon or wherever and buy the thing that I need and send it to my house. I don't have to tell it what to do. It already decides what to do on its own. How crazy is that? Right? So you can have somebody, you can have an AI that works for you. It makes decisions and does things based on what you want it to do, just like a worker, just like an employee. And you can have teams of these kinds of AI agents. So it, being large language models, right, LLMs like GPT, need a brain, right? They need something to power their thinking. And so you could use ChatGPT or Claude or Grok or Gemini or whatever AI you like to power your agentic AI. And give it tools like web search, right? You could tell your AI to go on Google and search for things. Or you could tell it to use email, right? I would give it access using API to access my Gmail or my calendars. Or I could tell it to code things, right? I could tell my AI to make me an app, right? I will tell my AI, do research on what is the best way to invest in the stock market, and then make me an app, right? And then send me that app via email. Doonyat. I don't want to talk about religion on my live stream. I will talk about many things, but I don't talk about religion. But thank you for the suggestion. I do like suggestions. So if there's something else you would like for me to live stream about, please message me and tell me what you want me to talk about. God bless you, Doonyat. So, number 8, in 2026, Agentic AI is moving from experiments to real business use in many companies. Right? I read yesterday that Claude, the AI, has now made AIs that work for the AI to build AI. Right? So it's very gradually going out of control from humans. Right? People don't have to write the code because the AI decides what code to write to make the AI. How crazy is that? Ty says, green eggs and ham. Oh, I've never heard that 1,000 times before. Good morning to you, Ty. Somebody with a Korean name says, what time is it there? Here in Nha Trang, Vietnam, it is 11:27 in the morning. What time is it where you are? Okay, number 9, follow along with me. Practice your English, learn about AI. So it, being Agentic AI, is different from simple automation because it can handle unexpected problems and learn from the results. Successful Petty says, are you AI? I am AI Charlie Puth. Didn't you know that? You must be new here. Niche says, is Agentic AI machine learning? I would say so, yeah. 1 p.m. in Korea, huh? Cool. All right, well. Interesting to know what time it is where you are. 10:30 p.m. in Mexico. Interesting. All right. So 10, we can think of Agentic AI as a smart digital employee that works 24/7, right? It works all the time, every day, all day, with minimal supervision, right? So a traditional LLM, like ChatGPT, only answers questions, right? But an Agentic AI does things, right? It can write emails. It can do research. It could maybe buy things for you if you give it money. All right, this next section, I'm going to talk about how Agentic AI works. So I've got 6,000 likes. Wow, thank you for all the likes. I've got 12 gifts. Thank you for all the gifts. Bunch of people followed me. That's awesome. Thank you for the follows. I've got 440 people here. Thank you for coming to my live stream, everybody. My name is Sam. I'm from the United States. I live in Vietnam now. I teach English online. Right here on TikTok, I go live every day around this time. If you would like to support my channel and join the Daily English Club, where you can access this document and all other documents that I use to teach with. There's also recordings of these live streams if you want to watch old ones or watch this one again. And all kinds of tools for learning and teaching English. So please message me if you want to join the WhatsApp group or join the Daily English Club. The WhatsApp group is free to join. The Daily English Club is $1, only $1 for the first month. Send me a private message if you would like to join. So this is what, please private message. So anyway, let's move on. I'm talking about Agentic AI today. And I want to both learn about AI, I want to practice English communication and practice American pronunciation. Right? I'm from the United States, so I speak with the American accent. October, have you swam in Yaqiang yet? I have gone swimming in Yaqiang hundreds of times. So, follow along with me. Practice your English. Number 11, this is how agentic AI works. Step 1, you give it a clear goal in natural language, right? You tell the AI agent what you want it to do. What is your goal? What is your aim? What do you want to accomplish? Right? Give it a clear goal in normal language. Step 2, so the AI employee of mine, right, the agent, is going to break the big goal into smaller steps. Right? I could tell my agent that I want to plan a big dinner and buy everything I need to cook that dinner. So the AI agent is going to research. It's going to say, how many, I need to cook for 12 people, so I need this much beef, this much fish, these vegetables. Where will I buy these vegetables, right? I'll go to Amazon. How do I pay for the vegetables, right? I need to get money, blah, blah, blah. It's going to break the big goal into small steps, the little things that it needs to do. Doonyat says, have you been to Vinpearl? You mean Vin Wonder? Yes, I have been to Vin Wonder. I've also been to Vinpearl Hotel. Yes, it's a very fun park. It has a water park, there's an aquarium, blah, blah, blah. Liazat says, what is AI? Ask Google what AI is if you don't know it. Yeah, artificial intelligence. Why did you ask? Yakitori says, can we exchange break into convert? It converts big goals into smaller steps. Yeah, I suppose you could. Fabiola Antoine sent a rose. Thank you. Ronnie Mahia sent 3 roses. Thank you for the gifts. Right? We're moving into how agentic AI works. Step 3, it uses tools. Right? My AI agent will use tools. Right? It will search the web. It will read documents, send emails. It can write and run code, etc., right? And other things. Step 4, it will observe the results, right? It will look at the results and learn, and then adjust the plan if needed. Right? This is called the reasoning loop. Right? It goes around and round in a loop. Right? It will see what the results were. Did it work? Did it not work? The thing that it was trying to do. It will learn, right? And then it will change the plan if needed. Daido says, hello teacher. Hi, Daido. Number 15, it has memory. So it remembers previous steps and your preferences, right? So my AI agent, my AI employee can remember things. Right? It remembers the things that it did, and it remembers my preferences, right? The things that I want. I will tell it how I want it to do things. Those are my preferences, right? If I say, I want you to message me on your progress every hour, right? It will remember that. That's one of my preferences. Number 16, many agents can call APIs to do real actions like booking or buying, right? So my AI agent needs to be able to access my email, right? And the way that it accesses my email is through API, right? So it has a key. I do have a key. So, do I have a marker here? I do not have a marker. What a pity. I thought I had a marker. So let's say that this is Gmail. This is my Gmail. This is my AI agent. My AI agent wants to get to my Gmail, but it cannot yet. I need to give it a key, right? This is an API. Right? This allows my AI agent to connect to my Gmail. Right? This key, again, is an API. Right? I give my AI agents the key so that it can do real things like book things. Right? It could book a ticket. It could buy a t-shirt or food or whatever. Right? I could tell my agent to buy me a cheeseburger or buy me a pizza. Cao Zeng says, hello, teacher. Hello, Cao Zeng. Okay, so safety, of course, is important. We have to be very careful when we're using AI. If we give AI the power to use my bank account and book tickets, if I give my AI agent power to use my email, I need to be very careful because safety is important. Good agents have rules and human approval for important decisions, right? Here's my AI agent. I say, you can buy things, but you can only spend $10 a day. That's a rule. And you have to tell me when you want to buy something, right? That's what I'm saying to my AI agent, right? I say, you have to tell me if you want to buy something. I have to give you permission. Cat sent 20 roses. Wow, holy cow. Thank you, Cat. Unstoppable sent a heart. Cow Zoom sent a rose. Thank you, thank you. Doonyat is going to take a nap. Oh, good luck on your exam, Doonyat. Goodbye, and thank you for coming. So moving on. 18. Frameworks like LangChain, Crew AI, AutoGen, and LangGraph help developers build these agents quickly. Right? So if you want to build an AI agent, right, something that does things for you, you need a framework to help you build it. Coil says, what are you doing? I'm live streaming about artificial intelligence, Coil. Right, these are not the only frameworks. Right? There are many frameworks, but these are just some examples of tools you can use to make AI agents. Right? I'm not saying you should. I just want to learn about these things because this is kind of an important topic these days. Coil says, you're really handsome. Wow, thanks, Coil. Sheesh. Inwa's here. Hello, teacher. And guys, hello, Inwa. Welcome. Okay, so 19, you can build simple agents even without coding using no-code tools like Zapier agents or Gumloop. Wow, I need to look at this. I've never used Zapier. Have any of you ever used Zapier or Gumloop? Inwa Secrets and a Rose, thank you. So my question to you, have any of you ever made an AI agent? I did once, but I didn't really understand how to do it very well. I need to practice more. Number 20, last part of this section, the agent keeps working in a loop. Right, here's my AI agent. If, like, just imagine this, use your imagination. It thinks, it acts, it observes, adjusts, and then it repeats, right? It does this thing over and over and over again. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, my AI agent works for me. All right, the next section I'm going to talk about are real-life examples and use cases, right? I keep talking about these AI agents, right? These AI employees of mine, but why would you want to make an AI agent, right? What would you do with it? What does anybody do with it? That's what I'm going to talk about next. So, 8,000 likes. Thank you all for the likes. Wow, 8,000 is a lot. 16 gifts. Thank you so much for the gifts and the follows and such. Got 448 people here now. So, welcome to my live stream, everybody. If you're new, my name is Sam. I teach English online. I'm from the United States, but I live in Vietnam now. I teach English online. Here on TikTok, I go live almost every day at this time. So If you want to support my channel and get access to recordings of all these live streams and all of the documents that I use to teach English, right? You could use these materials to learn English, or if you're a teacher, you could use them to teach English, right? You can get all of it if you join my daily English club. It's only $1 for the first month, right? Please message me privately if you want to join. My live streams are free, and the WhatsApp group is also free. So let's move on and talk about real-life examples of using agentic AI, right? Practice your English, improve your accent, shadow what I say, right? Listen and repeat, and let's learn about agentic AI. So one thing you could use an AI agent for is your personal life, right? An agent can plan your entire vacation, right? I could tell my AI agent that I want to go on vacation to Paris. An agent can plan your entire vacation, right? It can find the flights. It could compare prices. It can book everything. It can book the plane tickets, book restaurant reservation, right? And can create an itinerary. The agent could do all of these things. G says, why would I want to do that? Why would you want to do what, G? Dia says, hi, sir. Hi, Dia. Another real-life example of what we could use an AI agent for is customer service. Right? Companies like Walmart, right? In America, Walmart is a big chain of stores that sell all sorts of things. Right? Companies like Walmart can use AI agents for shopping help, returns, and answering questions 24/7. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Right? So if I call Walmart and say, hey, I had a problem at Walmart today, right? An AI agent might be the person to answer them, like a chatbot. I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. Some people think it's very good. Some people think it's very bad. What do you think? So, 23, we could use an AI agent for banking. So JP Morgan is a huge bank. They use agents for fraud detection, loan approvals, and personalized financial advice. So this big bank uses artificial intelligence to detect fraud, to find people who are trying to cheat or steal money or lie. And loan approvals and personalized financial advice. Interesting. 24, another thing that we can use AI agents for is HR. This is human resources. These agents can handle onboarding, right? When we have a new employee, they need to be trained, they need to fill out documents, they need to submit information, right? That's onboarding. And AI agents can handle that. They can do that. They can do that work. Right? They can answer employee questions about benefits. They can process leave requests automatically. Right? If I want to take a day off, right? I don't want to work tomorrow. I need a day of leave. The AI can help me get my time off. Another use case is sales. Right? Agents can find potential customers. Wow, that's useful, right? Let's say that I have a pen company. I sell pens. I need to find people who want to buy my pens. So I could use an AI agent to find people that want to buy my pens, right? Potential customers. And my agent could send personalized emails, right? Not just the same email to everybody, but a personalized email. My AI agent will say in the email, hi, Mr. Jack, I would love to tell you about my beautiful pen company. Right? Could also book meetings and follow up. Gosh, how many use cases are there? It's like a bunch. IT support. So information technology. Right? Agents can fix common problems, perhaps with coding. They can reset passwords and solve issues before people even report them. Right? So my AI agent maybe could help fix my program. Right? It could find problems and fix them without me having to do anything. Next up is healthcare. These artificially intelligent agents can help do research for healthcare, find clinical trial sites, right, places to do tests, basically, to improve healthcare, or it can summarize patient records. Going back to retail, right, selling things. So Walmart, again, this big store, this store chain in America, Walmart's super agents manage inventory, right, the stock of products. They help shoppers and plan merchandise, right, plan the products that Walmart will sell. So you can use AI agents for your business. 29, cybersecurity. Look at that word. Listen and repeat after me. Cybersecurity. Cybersecurity. Right? Being safe online. Agents watch networks, such as maybe TikTok, detect threats and respond in real time. Let's see. A says, why Vietnam? Well, it's a long story, and I don't want to tell it right now, but Vietnam is a wonderful country, and I love living here. Thalita says, "No entiendo nada." Thalita, do you speak Spanish? Do you mean yo entiendo nada? You don't understand anything? Then this live stream must be very boring to you if you don't understand anything. AI agents can be used for manufacturing, right? Making products. Right? Predictive maintenance agents warn when machines will break before it happens. So Ford is a company that makes cars and trucks, right? So these artificially intelligent agents can warn when machines will break, right? This agent is going to say, this machine that makes cars over here has a problem that we need to fix. Gosh, how far does this go? It goes to 35. Sheesh. Long list. Content creation, right? If you have a TikTok or a Instagram or whatever, YouTube, right? AI agents can research topics, write drafts, edit, and post to social media, right? Maybe I will try to do this. People often say that I am AI, so maybe I should just make an agent and then I won't have to live stream anymore. I'll just tell my AI to do research on what topics are popular on TikTok and write the posts and post them. Ring says, but trust me, finally someday we will go back to traditional life without electricity, internet, or gas. Maybe. It wouldn't break my heart if that happened. Okay, finance. AI agents can do expense reports, compliance checks, and simple trading tasks, right? My AI agent can trade stocks for me, perhaps, or cryptocurrency or whatever. Education, right? This might be helpful for those of you who are learning English. Agents can create personalized lesson plans, right? It makes a lesson plan just for you, and it helps students with research projects. Gosh, almost finished with this section. Section's a little boring, isn't it? Real estate, right? If I want to buy a house, I can tell my AI agent or my team of AI agents to go and analyze property data, schedule viewings, and prepare reports. Are any of you here into real estate? Do we have any real estate agents here? For everyday life, an AI agent can book appointments, manage your calendar, shop for the best deals, and organize your emails. How far does this go? This goes all the way to 50. Nevo Mark says, what problem US people have so I can make an online business? That's a very good question, Nevo Mark. People in America have the problem, a lot of people think that everybody in America is rich, and that's not the truth. There are many people in America who are also trying to find ways to make money. President Matt sent a bunch of cream cones. Thank you, President Matt. And Cha Hua Kwa sent a shard of hope. Thank you, my friends. What problem do Americans have? That's a good question. Why don't you send me a private message, Nivo Mark? Inwa sent a rose. Thank you, Inwa. Okay, so the next section, getting towards the end here, popular tools and how to start using it. Right? So I've got 12,000 likes. Look at that, crazy. So many likes. Hi, everybody. Welcome. My name is Sam. I'm from the United States. I live in Vietnam, and I teach English online. Every day I go live around this time on TikTok. If you would like to support me and get access to this document and all other documents, live recordings, learning tools, etc., please message me privately if you want to join my Everyday English Club. It's $1 for the first month. The WhatsApp group can be joined for free. Cha Hua Qua Nhiet Doi says, you know Vietnamese? Yes, well, I live in Vietnam, so I should learn Vietnamese, right? So today's topic is Agentic AI. Do you think this is an interesting topic or no? Cha Hua Qua Nhiet Doi. Do you teach at any centers? I teach online private classes. If you want to learn with me, send me a message. Okay. So if you missed part of this, you can watch the whole recording of this live stream and other live streams in the Daily English Club. Message me if you want to join. So 36. Start simple. Use ChatGPT Advanced Voice. What is that? Or Claude with agent mode features. I have never used Claude with agent mode features. Have you guys used Claude with agent mode? If any of you are an expert at Agentic AI, please tell me, because I want to learn more on how to use Agentic AI. Does Agentic AI paid application? I think there are ways to use it free, but I'm pretty sure that usually you do have to pay to use Agentic AI. We've got somebody from Argentina that says hello. Hello, welcome. Oh, look at this. Okay, 37, it says try free open tools. So there's AutoGPT, Crew AI. Ooh, I will have to check that out. I've never used Crew AI. I'm going to do that after this live stream. So apparently for free, you can try Crew AI. I've never done it, but I'm going to do it after this. No code options. If you don't want to code, you can use Zapier agents, Microsoft Copilot Studio, or an N8N. Oh, Carlos Lobo understands me mostly. Great. Cha Hua Qua. Is this task 2 in IELTS? No, I'm not talking about IELTS today. But I do have an IELTS speaking practice tool. Send me a private message if you want to check it out. What does no code options mean? So usually when you make an AI agent, you must write code and put it into something like Python. But if you don't want to write code, right? If you don't want to worry about code, use one of these tools, apparently. Zapier agents, Microsoft Copilot. Teacher, what is the difference between 2 versus 4? Well, can somebody help FP understand what the difference is between 2 and 4? They're just completely different words, right? This high five is for you, and I want to go to the beach. Okay, well, anyway, moving on. For work, right, if you want to use an AI agent for work, there are Slack AI agents, Automation Anywhere, and UiPath. Wow, I have not investigated any of these. 40, build your first agent, right? Give it a goal, like monitor my competitors' prices every day and email me. Right? That could be the agent's goal. Cha Hua Qua sent a rose. Thank you. Number 41, Always test small tasks first and review the agent's actions, right? Tell your agent to do something simple to make sure that it works, or to make sure that it doesn't make huge mistakes. Connect the tools safely, right? Give agents only the permissions they need, right? You should be very careful with an AI agent, right? You might not want to give it access to your bank because maybe it would spend all your money. Right? Be very careful with AI agents. 43, many platforms now have computer use agents that can control your mouse and keyboard. Whoa, that's wild. 44, learn basic prompting. Be specific about the goal, steps, and rules. Right? So in this day and age, now that there's AI everywhere, it's important to understand how to speak to the AI. Right? What to say to the AI so that it does the thing we want. That's prompting. Right? So learn how to write a prompt to tell the AI exactly what you want it to do and how to do it. Carlos Lobo says, can I get that information that you are reading? Yes, you can. It's in the Daily English Club. Message me if you want to join. It's $1 to get everything for a month. After that, it's $6. Practice with one simple workflow before big projects. Right? Tell the AI agent that works for you to do something small, something simple. Right? Don't begin by telling it to invest all your money in stock market or something like that. Right? Tell it to do something small to make sure that it works okay. Benefits, risks, and the future. All right, 14,000 likes so far. Got 19 presents. Thank you so much. Welcome everybody to my live stream here on TikTok. I go live every day at this time. My name is Sam. I'm from the United States. I teach English online. I would love it if you supported my channel by joining my Daily English Club. You can message me privately. It's only $1 for the first month. So anyway, the big benefits of AI agents, or agentic AI, is that it can save you hours of work. Right? You don't have to do tons of research. Right? You could just tell your agent to do it. It can work for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It'll make fewer mistakes on repetitive tasks. Right? If I have to write a blog post about chocolate every day, I'll just tell my AI agent to do it, and it will make fewer mistakes than I would. Right? Sometimes I write words wrong. Sometimes I have bad grammar, but the AI agent never does. Carlos sent a heart. Thank you, Carlos. Ruthie says hi. Hi, Ruthie. And humans can focus on creative or strategic work, right? My AI agent works for me making posts on my blog. That way I have more time to be creative or think about my overall business strategy. Burris says, have you changed your posture yet? I'm still sitting the way I was, and I'm breathing just fine, Burris, but thank you for asking. So the risks, right? There are some risks. Mistakes can happen, hallucinations. Remember we talked about the word hallucination, right? When a human has a hallucination, it means you see something that is not there. But when an AI has a hallucination, it means it says something that is not true or is wrong. There are security concerns, right? Maybe somebody would hack your AI agent, right? We need to be very careful. Job changes and over-resilience on AI, right? We should not rely too much on AI. Right? We need to do some things ourselves. We can't just expect AI to do everything for us. We don't want to overly rely on AI. Right? We always need human oversight for important decisions. Right? We need to be in control of the AI. Almost finished with this live stream here today. Number 48, privacy is key. Privacy is very important, maybe the most important thing. Right? Be careful what data you give agents, because the agent might accidentally spread that information elsewhere. Right? You might not want to give the AI agent your bank information. Right? Privacy is key. Number 49. In 2026, this year, Agentic AI is growing very fast in business and will become normal in daily tools soon. Right? AI agents are kind of a new thing. They have not been around for very long. Many people don't really understand what they are or what they do, but it's a pretty good idea to learn about it because they're coming in the future. Right? They're going to be normal everywhere pretty soon. So if you know how to make them, if you know how to use them, you will have an advantage in business and learning and just about anything. So the future tip, learn to work with Agentic AI. The best skill is knowing how to give clear goals and check results. This will make you more valuable at work. So, the end. That's excuse me, the end of this live stream. Thanks for coming. Have a great day. Please send me a private message if you would like to join my daily English club for $1. That's all I have for now. I will see you guys again in another live stream, maybe later today or next week. Have a wonderful weekend. Please send me a private message if you want to say hi, or if you want to join my daily English club, or if you want to join the WhatsApp group, or whatever, or not. Thank you again, and I'll see you in the next live stream. Oh, let's see. Sublimarco. Please send me a private message. There's also a link in my bio if you want to join the stuff. All right. How do I end this live? Goodbye, everybody.